Hey guys, Joshua Gundam here, and this is just a quick tutorial video on how to modify your Super Nintendo American release system to play Japanese Super Famicom games. Super Famicom is just the same name that it's basically the same thing. It's like Super Family System or something, if I remember correctly. And that's the Japanese version of the Super Nintendo. But because Nintendo has always hated people, I mean, I love Nintendo, but they got this thing about them where they don't want people in the US to play Japanese games. It's just been that way for every single system they've ever made. Which, in my opinion, is a jerk thing to do. Plus, you're cutting your sales down because nobody's importing games that they want. But at least with the Super Nintendo, there is a great and easy way around this, and that's why you're watching this video. Now, the two games are very similar. Probably completely the same on the inside, but a little different in their physical makeup. This is where we start singing that song, "One of these things isn't like the other," you know, something like that. But you can see, pretty much the same, just a different shell. Nothing on the front is different enough to prevent it from working. The spot that's different is the back. And that's quite evident because I've marked, well, I didn't mark these in white. I grabbed a random cartridge from my collection, and for whatever reason, somebody took white paint to this one, but they put it in just the right places. These spots right here show that in order for this cartridge to fit into the Super Nintendo, there has to be some tabs. And so, when this cartridge goes into the Super Nintendo, there's a little tab that slides right in there and in there, creating us a problem when we try and put the Japanese cartridge in. Because if those tabs are there on the inside of the system, this can't go in. And that's exactly the way it is. You have two little tabs that I've already removed on the inside of my system, but you should be able to see where they are. You see that plastic breakage right there? Yeah, the camera, if it will focus well enough, I think you can see that. If not, make this video full screen. Hard to show it without blocking off my light. There's a good angle. You can see that. There were two tabs that big in both spots. Now, I'm trying to hold the camera and film this at the same time. But what you'll need is a pair of needle nose pliers. Now, this has nothing to do with the actual mechanics of the system. This is just a hard piece of brittle plastic. And so, if that piece of plastic was still there, we would put our needle nose pliers around it. You would grab it as hard as you can and just break it out. And that might require a couple tries, but you just break out that piece of plastic. You can always turn your system upside down and shake it to get all the little plastic out, and then you repeat the same on the opposite side, so that your system looks like my system now, where it has that plastic break right there. Like I said, it's right there. There's just a little tab, maybe ½ an inch. It's just hard, brittle plastic. It's the same material as the NES's plastic. And so there's nothing you should damage unless you stick your needle nose pliers in there, which you'd have to be not looking to do that, pretty much. This is a very safe and easy modification. It will have no negative effects on your system. And your American cartridges still fit. And these cartridges now fit. And they fit perfectly. And now you can play Japanese Super Famicom games. Enjoy! Catch you guys later.